Pursuant to Section 21.1 and 27.1 of the Debt Management Office, established in Secretary Act 2003, I hereby request for distinctive and specific resolutions of the National Assembly to A. Issue 2.786 billion in Eurobonds and other securities in the international capital market for the implementation of the new external borrowing approved in the Federal Government of Nigeria's 2018 Appropriation Act for the part financing of the 2018 budget fiscal deficit, as well as to finance key infrastructure projects in 2018 budget. And B, issue Eurobonds and other securities in the international capital market for the refinancing of 82.54 million, being the balance of the five-year 5.125% 500 million euro bond issued by Nigeria that matured on 12 July 2018. 2. The distinguished Senate may also wish to note that A. For time and cost efficiency, the plan is to issue the Eurobond and other securities for the 82.54 million together with the issuance of the 2.786 billion for the part funding of the fiscal deficit and key capital projects in the 2018 Appropriation Act. And B, the final terms and conditions of Eurobond and other securities to be issued may only be determined at the point of issuance, subject to market conditions prevailing at that time. However, the Federal Ministry of Finance and his team will work assiduously within the context of the market to secure the best terms and conditions for Nigeria. I have attached information on the subject program from the Honorable Minister of Finance for your kind consideration. The Minister will also provide any additional information or clarification which you may require to facilitate the prompt approval of this program. While looking forward for the timely consideration of this request, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurance of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received on the 30th of July 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to the Industrial Development Income Tax Relief Amendment Bill 2018, recently passed by the National Assembly. Pursuant to Section 558(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1990 as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision to decline presidential assent to the Industrial Development Income Tax Relief Amendment Bill 2018, recently passed by the National Assembly. My reason for declining assent to this bill is to enable ongoing consultations by the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment with relevant ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, on the tax holidays incentive regime for expansion projects, investment in rural areas, as well as for agriculture, agro-processing to be concluded. It is our expectation that these consultations will result in fiscal measures that will greatly enrich the quality of the tax holidays incentive regime for these types of projects and investments. We also expect that these fiscal measures, once finalized, will be subsequently submitted to the National Assembly by way of presidential executive orders or executive bills for consideration and passage into law by the Federal Legislature in due course. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest considerations. Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received 30th of July 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to the Stamp Duties Amendment Bill 2018, recently passed by the National Assembly. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision to decline presidential assent to the Stamp Duties Amendment Bill 2018, recently passed by the National Assembly. Specifically, my decision to decline assent to this bill is based on the following. A. Revenues from stamp duties are currently shared across all three tiers of government. Accordingly, transferring collection responsibilities from the federal and state inland revenue services to Nigerian Postal Services may deprive the states and local governments of their share of stamp duty revenues. And B, these bill's proposals for the imposition of stamp duties on savings accounts and electronic transactions may impair the implementation of the federal government financial inclusion strategy, e-payment program, and cashless banking policies. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received on the 30th of July 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to Electoral Amendment Bill 2018. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision to decline presidential assent to the Electoral Amendment Bill 2018 recently passed by the National Assembly. My reasons for withholding assent to the bill are due to some drafting issues that may affect the interpretation and application of the Principal Act. In addition, some of the proposed amendments may adversely affect the operation of elections by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Please accept the Single Senate President the assurances of my highest consideration. Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received on the 31st of July 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill 2018. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision to decline presidential assent to the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill 2018 recently passed by the National Assembly. The reasons for declining assent to the bill include the following. A. The provisions in Section 26(2)(f) permitting the Petroleum Regulatory Commission to retain 10% of the revenue generated unduly increases the funds accruing to the Petroleum Regulatory Commission to the detriment of the revenue available to federal, states, federal capital territory and local governments. B. The inclusion of Part 4 of the bill appears to introduce and expand the scope of the Petroleum Equalization Fund, which contains some important points of divergence from the policy of this administration. Also pertinent to note is the conflicting provisions establish an independent PEF as provided in Part 4 or merge with Regulatory Commission as provided in Section 130 to 132. C. The creation of a single regulator for the entire industry, upstream, midstream, and downstream, endows the Petroleum Regulatory Commission with enormous powers which may be abused and potentially lead to increased inefficiency and bureaucracy. And D. There are a number of drafting issues that may affect the interpretation and application of the bill if passed into law in its current form. Please accept the Single Senate President the assurance of my highest contrition. Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received on the 1st of August 2018. Dear Distinguished Senate President vacation, in compliance with Section 1451 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, I wish to inform the Distinguished Senate that I will be on vacation for 10 working days from the 3rd of August. When I'm away, the Vice President will act in my capacity. Please accept the Single Senate President the assurance of my highest esteem. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President, 18th of August 2018. Dear Distinguished Senate President, resumption of office in compliance with Section 145 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. I write to intimate the Senate that I have resumed my functions as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria with effect from today, Saturday, 18th August, after my vacation. Please accept the Single Senate President the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received on the 3rd of September 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to the Electoral Amendment Bill 2018. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision on 30th of August 2018 to decline presidential assent to the Electoral Amendment Bill 2018 recently passed by the National Assembly. I am declining assent to the Electoral Amendment Bill due to some drafting issues that remain unaddressed following the previous revisions to the bill. I invite the Distinguished Senate to address these issues as quickly as possible so that I may grant President assent to the Electoral Amendment Bill. The outstanding issues are as follows. 1. There is a cross-referencing error in the proposed amendment to Section 18 of this bill. The appropriate amendment is to substitute the existing subsection 2 with the proposed subsection 1A, while the proposed subsection 1B is the new subsection 2A. B. The proposed amendment to include a new section 8714 which stipulates a specific period within which political party primaries are required to be held, has the unintended consequences of leaving INEC with only 9 days to collate and compile lists of candidates and political parties, as well as manage the primaries of 91 political parties for the various elections. This is because the Electoral Amendment Bill does not amend sections 31, 34, and 85, which stipulate times for submission of list of candidates, publication of list of candidates, and notice of convention, congresses for nominating candidates for election. And C, qualifying language should also be considered to the provision of section 36(3), since an unintended effect of the current drafting may be to unduly increase the cost and administrative burden of conducting elections in the event that any candidate, no matter how inconsequential to the overall electoral process, passes away during the elections. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurance of my highest consideration. Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President, received 3rd September 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to the Chartered Institute of Entrepreneurship Establishment Bill 2018. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1990 as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision on 30th August 2018 to decline presidential assent to the Chartered Institute of Entrepreneurship Establishment Bill 2018, recently passed by the National Assembly. I am declining assent to the bill because A, I believe it is unnecessary in view of the fact that potential entrepreneurs have various existing options to whom their skills, such as universities, which currently offer entrepreneurship as a course of study. B, the creation of the institute by legislation is not coextensive or coterminous with capacity development. And C, the proposed bill may constrain citizens' right and freedom of action. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration. Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received 3rd of September 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to the subsidiary legislative scrutiny bill 2018. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1990 as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision on 30th August 2018 to decline the presidential assent to the subsidiary legislative scrutiny bill 2018. I am declining presidential assent to this bill because I am concerned that A, the bill will slow down the administrative process for implementing agencies. B, the bill does not leave room for administrative discretion born out from administrative experiences that will enable sectors work faster in handling or addressing urgent matters. And C, the bill may also impede the federal government's drive for increased revenue collection, since an implementation agency that drives revenue from licenses will now have to go through a legislative process every time it intends to update its administrative process of increase in licensing fees. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration, Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received on the 3rd September 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to the National Institute of Hospitality and Tourism Establishment Bill 2018. Pursuant to 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision on 30 August 2018 to decline presidential assent to the National Institute of Hospitality and Tourism Establishment Bill, recently passed by the National Assembly. I am declining assent to the bill because A, there's no compelling reason for the requirement in Section 53K that 25% of the revenue generated for the federal government should be used directly by the institute. The retention of such a high amount is to the detriment of the revenue available for funding the budget of the federal government and is far in excess of what federal inland revenue and Nigeria Customs are able to retain, which is 4% and 7% respectively. And B, a number of provisions in the first schedule to the bill, irrespective of the supplementary provisions relating to the board, are not in accordance with good practice in corporate governance. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, The assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Mahmoud Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received 3rd September 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to the National Research and Innovation Council Establishment Bill 2017. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision of 30th August 2018 to decline presidential assent to the National Research and Innovation Council Establishment Bill 2017 recently passed by the National Assembly. My reasons for withholding assent to the bill include the following. A. The requirement for 5% of the annual allocation of 14 entities listed in Section 17 of the bill to be paid into the Research and Innovation Fund is unwieldy and may be practically difficult to implement in some instances. Example, the Tertiary Education Trust Fund does not receive any federal allocation. B. Furthermore, the requirement that 1% of national gross domestic product to be sourced from the federal government should be paid into the Research and Innovation Fund is also practically unworkable, as the GDP is an economic measure of the market value of all the final goods and services produced in a time. It is not cash or revenue accruable to the federal government. C. There are some incorrect references to some of the entities specified in Section 17 of the bill. For instance, the Information Technology and Development Fund should be National Information Technology Development Fund. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurance of my highest consideration, Mahmoud Buhari. Letter received from Mr. President, 3rd of September. Presidential decision to decline assent to the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency Amendment Bill 2017. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 19 as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision to decline presidential assent to the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency Amendment Bill 2017, recently passed by the National Assembly. I am declining assent to this bill because the amendment will create distortions to the operationalization of the NIMASA Act. I urge the Senate to focus on passing the Suppression of Piracy and Other Related Offences Bill, currently before the National Assembly, to achieve a more comprehensive review of operations in the maritime sector, with the objective of realigning these agencies for more efficient service delivery and focus on the security of our maritime frontiers. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurance of my highest consideration, Mahmoud Buhari. Letter received from Mr. President, 3rd September 2018, Presidential decision to decline assent to the National Agricultural Seeds Council Bill 2018. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision on the 27th August 2018 to decline presidential assent to the National Agricultural Seeds Council Bill 2018 recently passed by the National Assembly. I am declining assent to this bill because there already exists a National Crop Varieties and Livestock Breed Registration, etc. NVRC Act, which covers some of the proposed functions of the National Agricultural Seed Council Bill. For example, Section 4.3 of the NSAC duplicates Sections 6A and B of the existing NVRC with respect to registration and release of corporate varieties. The passing into law of this bill will thus create confusion as to the proper authority to regulate crop varieties in Nigeria. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurance of my highest constitution, Mahmoud Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received on the 3rd September 2018. Presidential decision to decline assent to the Advance Fee Fraud and Other Related Offences Amendment Bill 2017. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision on the 27th August 2018 to decline presidential assent to the Advance Fee Fraud and Other Related Offences Amendment Bill 2017, recently passed by the National Assembly. I am declining the presidential assent to this bill, which will reduce the minimum punishment for the offences under the Advance Fee Fraud and Other Related Offences Act due to the prevalence of the offences, the need to deter the offences, and the need to adequately punish offenders. I am also concerned that the amendment to the Principal Act have watered down the sentences by giving the courts too much discretion in respect of minimum sentence. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest contribution. Muhammadu Buhari. Letter received on the 13th of September. Dear distinguished Senate President, request for confirmation for the appointment of Olanipeku Olukoyede Esquire as the Secretary of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. In compliance with provisions 2.3 of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Establishment Act, I write to request for the confirmation of Olanipeku Olukoyede Esquire for appointment as Secretary of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Please find and attach a copy of this economic vita while looking forward for the usual expeditious consideration of the distinguished Senate. Please accept, Mr. Senate President, the assurances of my highest constitution. Muhammadu Buhari. Letter from Mr. President received 8th of October 2018. Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC 2018 statutory budget proposal. Pursuant to the Niger Delta Development Commission Establishment Act, I hereby forward the 2018 budget estimates of the Commission for the kind consideration and passed by the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Commission revenue and expenditure profile is as follows in the table below, while hoping that the request will receive the expeditious consideration of the Senate. Revenue brought forward, federal government contribution, unpaid arrears, oil companies contribution, ecological funds, other realizable income. Total revenue 2017 approved 364 billion 508. Proposed budget 2018 346 billion 513. Expenditure personnel 17.797, 12.459 as 2017 approved. 2018 proposed personnel 19.522, overhead 12.737. Capital expenditure 2017 approved budget 4.4 billion and 2018 proposed budget 2.883 billion. Development projects and coastal states special projects 2017 approved budget 329 billion 850 and 2018 proposed 311 billion 371. Total expenditure in 2017 approved 364 billion 508. 218 proposed total expenditure 346 513. Distinguished colleagues, the Senate, in a closed session, deliberated on issues bordering on the workings of the Senate, in particular National Assembly in general. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the closed session? Other announcements. Letter of appreciation from Senator Barnabas Gamade. Your Excellency, on behalf of my family, constituents, and the clergy of the NKST Church, low-level Macaulay, Benue State, I hereby convey our appreciation and gratitude to you and some of my colleagues for making out time amidst your crowded schedule to grace and participate in the occasion of my 70th birthday celebration and Thanksgiving service which took place on Sunday, 9 September 2018. Indeed, we appreciate not just your presence, but the goodwill messages which were very insightful, as well as your generous donations towards the church project. It is therefore our prayer that Almighty God in His infinite mercies grant you sound health and more wisdom to continue to steer the ship of our nation state. Once again, accept our sincere gratitude and best wishes to you and your family at all times. Yours sincerely, Senator Barnabas Gamade. Let me also felicitate with the following distinguished senators who celebrated their birthdays while the Senate was on break. Senator Gbenga Shafa on the 22nd of July, Senator Ahmed Rufai Sani, 22nd of July. Senator Bala Naala, 22nd of July. Senator Abdullah Adamu, 23rd of July. Senator David Umoru on the 26th of July. Senator Osinyaka Chukwu Deozu on 27th of July. Senator Mark Gige, 3rd of August. Senator Matthew Rugidi on the 8th of August. Senator Adiola Solomon Lamineko on the 10th of August. Senator Obina Oba on the 15th of August. Senator Alasha Dura on the 23rd of August. Senator Barnabas Gamadi on the 4th of September. Senator Kabiru Marafa on the 16th of September. Senator Francis Ali Mekena on the 20th of September. Senator Oluremi Tinubu on the 21st of September. Senator Rose Ogo on the 27th of September. Senator Sunday Ugoji on the 29th of September. Senator Bukaba Ibrahim, 1st of October. And Senator Lidani on the 1st of October. Happy birthday in arrears. I wish you all years of prosperity and good health. Leader of the Senate. Yeah.
Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, Order 43. By the indulgence, with your permission, sir.
Go ahead.
By the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon the explanation. The terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in detail to the President of the Senate when his leave to make it is sought. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I have listened to the letters that you have read conveying the observations of Mr. President not to sign so many bills. Mr. President, I'm of the opinion that we should take the advantage of these declines. That is to say that we should study all these bills that have been returned to us and understand what are the real issues. And I believe that we'll have something to learn from, just to avoid this kind of thing happening. Because we put in a lot of time, our very limited resources. If at the end of the day, we are not able to get these things properly done.
I represent Anambra Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, I rise to contribute to this discussion on the motion raised by Senator Suleiman Adokwe. Mr. President, I think we've come to a time.
Okay, whatever it is, we set up the technical committee to study what happened. Why were those bills not signed? We may see trends, we may see some things that may not even be too serious, but maybe we have not taken too much time to deal with them. I believe that this is going to benefit the Senate. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
I represent Anambra Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, I rise to contribute to this discussion on the motion raised by Senator Suleiman Adokwe. Mr. President, I think we've come to a time we should tell ourselves the truth. Every time people are killed, we inform the Senate. Every time people are killed, we inform the Senate. Like Senator Manager said, between 8th and 12th of February, this Senate had a National Security Summit. A lot were revealed at that summit. We've not come out with anything as our findings from that summit. In fact, shortly after the summit, the killings in Zamfara took place. Many people were killed, about 39 persons, followed by the killings in Kogi, about 32 persons. And we condemned this orgy of killings in this chamber. I remember that
a member of the House of Representatives who represented Irepodun, Isin Ekiti, Okero, Federal Constituency of Kwara State. Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, our colleague died on Friday, the 28th of September 2018.
Sento, may you have something? Yeah, Sento.
Well, let me remind us that
Thank you, Mr. President. Distinguished colleagues,
of the Senate,
looking at this report,
all legislative activities
I'm amazed and worried that this issue of subsidy
Senate first,
is a very big problem to Nigeria.
in honor
From the table produced here between 2010 and 2016,
and all
the government has spent over 3.8 trillion naira. And yet, the problems we've continued to have over petroleum products in this country have defied solution. We are owing marketers for the supplies they made up to 2016. The NNPC declared operating loss for 2017. One
Sento, may you have something?
is constrained to
Sento.
ask if the managers of our oil industry or the government of Nigeria had looking at this anticipated over time that there was a compelling need amazed and worried to halt this issue of products, particularly as we have crude. We produce very big. That's the only major thing we produce and sell to the international. From the table produced here between 2000. Why can't we have functional refineries in Nigeria? 16. The recommendation here, the government has that local refineries, 3.8 trillion naira, need to be encouraged, and yet to begin to refine these problems we've continued to have as begging the question over petroleum products in this country. This country has embarked on simplified solutions. Around maintenance programs, we are owing marketers for the supplies they made up to 2016. A lot of money. The NNPC turnaround maintenance declared operating loss for 2017. I was wondering that is 8 years the government of Nigeria had impacted the managers of our oil industry, a new refinery, or the government of Nigeria problem. How much we must have anticipated over time that there was a investors need to halt this action of particularly as we have government against Petroleum. That's only one thing and sell end to sell of oil. Why can't we have refineries? The recommendation here is that local refineries, chairman of the committee then said, need to be encouraged to begin to refine this. There was a time whereby it appeared to me as begging the question, this country has embarked on so many costs of maintenance programs as president. But if it's not because of feeding facts, a lot of money comes into this turnaround government, and we have not gained anything in the oil sector managing it on development. I was wondering, would have in 8 years, if the government of Nigeria has actually refinery, new refinery bring Nigeria out of this problem, how much will it cost Nigeria?
Minority Leader.
Private investors are building refineries. They're making the working government begin spending.
The president has
The owner of the money, which will end through sale of oil. Why can't they provide to the refinery and save Nigerians? The
people say
price
As we can say,
the price there was a time where I said 220 naira in 200 something. So it is not because of corruption that Mr. President if it's not because of people have sitting fat refineries or Nigeria truly signed the subsidy regime, government and Nigeria can afford oil sectors when they need it in Nigeria. Would have
point about that again.
Now, with your permission, Mr. President, as I will suspend order.
That time of the week again to bring some glitz and glamour into your home.
Minority Leader.
Right now. But it's been a very sad week for us. Losing one of our own. But hey, it just reminds us that we need to make the best of the time we have.
The president has
well, I'm all alone today.
Those people say hi. Those who can say this.
Let's remind ourselves that viewers, some of the things we on the program today may just contain flash photography. Welcome to Time and The Metrofile train moves all the way to Anambra State, southeast Nigeria. Let's go see how one woman was found worthy to be honored when she was title. And I'm talking about no other than 24th Street.
An ancient Igbo community in Anambra State. Where well known to be custodians of the occult, the sacred symbols of justice, rule, when a Maritime kingdom was built in honor of the Petroleum, this time guarded the land. One woman, therefore, found worthy of this honor as a proud daughter of the land, an Amazon, representative for Salon, and a woman who has fighting on poverty the arrival of Indian
Mr. President, we are going by the Senate Standing Orders of 2011 as amended, which is effective because it has never. I protest. Will you shut up? We need explanation of who and why
was a great occasion that attracted several dignitaries, some of them were retired from the institution and the people of the